I loved this story that you found about the Cardinals because in the Niners game this weekend, because it almost, if I read it right, it's almost like trying to make a case for how the Cardinals could beat the Niners. Like, it's almost a little bit like, the Cardinals kind of do this, and they kind of do that. They kind of have this going for them. And I, like, for being honest about it, we didn't do the usual Friday, well, the Cardinals lose by a little, lose by a lot. Well, the Niners.
Yeah, thank goodness.
We didn't do that.
We're all predicting that the 49ers are going to win the game. Come on, they're probably the best team in the NFL. And Cardinals are an up-and-coming, rebuilding team that's had some promise this season. You want to see them play it close. But listen to this. The San Francisco 49ers have won their last 11 games against the NFC West. That's the Cardinal thing. They've won their last 11 games in the division. So that is something that you have to look at. They're looking for their 12th straight win against this division.
The last time they lost in the division came against Colt McCoy and the Arizona Cardinals back in 2021. The first of back-to-back losses in the division. Since then, they have not lost against the NFC West. They've won every single game they played. Here's the numbers.
All right, let's go over some of these
that they use to try to paint a picture here. The number 14.
Yes.
14 touchdowns scored by Cardinals running back James Conner against the NFC West since he's joined the Cardinals in 2021. The most touchdowns by a player against one division in that span.
5 of the 14 have actually come against the 49ers. 5 of his 14 have come against San Francisco. But over his 4 games with the Cardinals against the 49ers, he's only averaging 54.8 yards per game on 14 attempts with the 4 rushing touchdowns, and he's got 1 receiving.
I can't imagine that isn't the focal point of San Francisco's defense on Sunday.
Stop James Conner.
Shut him down.
Yeah.
Stop him and
make
watch
Kyler
the rest
Murray
of
have
it
to
fall
beat you
apart.
through the air.
Absolutely. The number 13, as in 13 different Cardinals players who have recorded a sack. That is the 5th most in the league. The 49ers defense is actually one of the teams that has more players with more sacks than the Cardinals do. But that is one of those kind of sneaky numbers about the Cardinals you don't really expect.
You Dennis Gardeck and Dimukeji and Bijou Jalari, you don't have that one great guy, but they're 4 sacks away from matching last year's total with 4 weeks left. So without having the guys that they had last year, no Marcus Golden, no J.J. Watt, no Zach Allen, they just need 4 sacks to match what they did last season.
It just does make you wonder, Are they now okay in the sack department because of this, or does this just highlight how really excellent they would be with the pass rush if they went out and got a dominant pass rusher in this year's draft or in free agency?
I think it has to do more with their schemes and their ability to blitz and come up with creative packages to get to the quarterback.
156. That's the number of rushing yards Cardinals wide receiver Rondale Moore has in the NFL this year.
Second most in the NFL.
Behind Deebo Samuel.
So you've got the top 2 wide receivers rushing the football in this game. They've combined for 53 rushing attempts. Deebo's got 30. Rondale Moore has 23. Moore has 3 rushing attempts this year that have gone for 15 yards or more, and then 3 for 10 yards or more. Here's the difference. Deebo also has 3 runs of 15 yards or more, but he's got 7 attempts of 10 or more yards.
Does all of this paint enough of a picture to make us think the Cardinals are going to beat San Francisco? No. I'll tell you what, the Rondale Moore thing is interesting, though, because it did seem like they were using that quite a bit when James Conner was hurt. And it doesn't seem like we've seen it as much since James Conner has come back. I don't know if there's a way to fit it in, but I did kind of like the idea of Rondale Moore being used a little bit more as a running back, like in certain spots. Now, early in the season, they did it a couple of times when Conner was out there. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't feel like we've seen a ton of it the last few weeks. Certainly since Connor's been back and Kyler's been back, it's almost like, not that they've forgotten about it, but they've just kind of gone away from that part of their attack a little bit.
He's a weapon. And I think they're still trying to figure out, how do you get the most out of this guy?
Rondale Moore?
How do you get the most out of Rondale Moore? Because there is talent there, and there's a lot of speed there. They haven't figured it out completely yet.
All right.
Thanks for watching Burns and Gambo. Click to see more from the guys and hit the button in the middle to subscribe so you never miss a video from Arizona sports.